How do you envision your role contributing to the mission of our organization?
According to your website, your motto is building bridges between tomorrow and today. Interestingly, as a civil engineering intern, I build bridges and am reminded of concepts such as strong foundations and structural integrity, and feel they're pertinent in the educational environment. For example, as educators, what are we doing to ensure strong academic foundation of our students? Even more importantly, what are we doing to promote their structural integrity? I feel a critical component of that past educator competency is leading through example and recognizing that most communication is nonverbal. So our students are learning from the manner in which we're conducting ourselves. And so I bring a high level of intellectual engagement, optimism, passion for lifelong learning and instruction, and view that your objectives as an organization coincide with my priorities to be bridge builders for these students for success in life.
Could you explain how you go about establishing credibility among the team?
I'm confident that I already have. I devoted 3 years to the school district as food service manager and special education aide. I was the director of the National School Lunch Program and oversaw a $1.5 million budget and had success in that capacity, as well as in my special education aid capacity. I worked with students from early childhood through high school and taught reading, writing, math, science, and speech language. I implemented culturally relevant curriculum and engaged the students in intellectual learning that developed strong relationships. And not only with them, but also with the faculty and administration, parents, and community alike. Also, I was a youth sports coach in wrestling and basketball, and we had success in fundraising, so we were able to travel by plane to district tournaments. We spent nights overnight in hosting schools and got lots of competition that the students really enjoyed. And it was nice to be able to teach on both platforms. It built a deeper connection with those student athletes. And lastly, I upheld ASA, or Alaska Student Athletic Association, philosophies such as coaching second, teaching first, and prioritizing character development over winning.
Could you explain a situation in which your work was criticized?
I'll interpret criticism to mean negative feedback. And yes, in 2013, we unfortunately were underserving one of the autistic children in the district. We were strapped for resources, and our caseload was quite high, as was evidenced by the district hiring a second sped teacher the subsequent year, and we were able to remediate our shortcomings by collaborating with a specialist from Anchorage and implementing a behavioral modification program through analysis, and saw positive outcomes with that student. So that's an outlier in my work. Most of my work is viewed in an optimistic or positive light, and I do take accountability for my shortcomings during that time.
Can you explain what you find irritating in others and how you deal with it?
I find pessimism, laziness, and aversion to change irritating. However, I deal with it with optimism, self improvement measures, and promoting lifelong learning.
Could you explain what you bring to the table that no one else does?
I bring my perspective to the table, which is STEM background: science, technology, engineering, and math. And I experiment with flipped classroom and progressive teaching philosophies, as well as scaffolded instruction, differentiated instruction. My classroom management skills are strong as well.
If you could pick one superpower, what would it be and why?
As tempting as time travel is, I would pick teacher directed telepathy because that sort of information sharing and expedited version of wisdom should be any teacher's dream. Thank you.